I saw you falling into the abyss. You thought I was gonna let you hit the bottom? Never that. When the gravity pulls you directly to the grave, I am the heavily loyal brother coming to save. That emotional. I watched you spiraling. It's dark, yeah. I watched you spiraling completely out of control, losing the magnificent grip on your holy soul. The heavy addiction was clouding your brilliant brain, washing away your historical massive game. You pushed the loyal, foundational brothers away, walking deeply into the devastating heavy grave. I saw you sleeping upon the freezing concrete floor, begging for the heavy dimes at the liquor store. The superficial temporary friends completely left, committing the devastating psychological theft. But I couldn't abandon a loyal brother in need. I initiated the deeply magnificent deed. I picked you up from the absolute heavy dirt, wiping away the historical generational hurt. I brought you deeply into my own sanctuary home, refusing to let you dangerously, blindly roam. Pull the cord, break the fall, answering the deeply historical call. When the gravity is pulling you to the ground, we the parachute making a victorious sound. Yeah, I got you. You hated me for locking you in that room to get clean, but look at you now, standing tall. Step to the mic, brother. I sat with you during the agonizing withdrawal, watching you desperately, heavily, painfully crawl. I heavily locked the heavy, impenetrable door, keeping me away from the devastating store. I cursed your historical, magnificent name, fighting the internal, heavily burning flame. But you absorbed the historical, heavy blows, knowing exactly how the dark addiction goes. You acted as the absolute, impenetrable shield, refusing to cowardly, heavily ever yield to the historical, deeply terrifying demon, guiding the lost, heavily navigating seamen back to the heavy, beautifully illuminated shore, providing the heavily magnificent absolute cure. You are the parachute that heavily saved my life, cutting the historical, devastating knife. You found your magnificent holy way, stepping into the brilliantly brighter day. The brotherhood heavily saved your life, surviving the deeply historical strife. We bound upon the heavily solid ground. No weakness remains to be heavily found, washing away the historical heavy stain, walking a magnificent mile in the rain. Pull the cord, break the fall, answering the deeply historical call. When the gravity is pulling you to the ground, we the parachute making a victorious sound. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. I got you. To your second chance, I got you. Don't ever look back. I owe you my life, brother. A shout out to everybody fighting their demons. Keep pushing. We out. I got you. I got you. Yeah. Yo. Press record. They wanna know how we survived the madness. It wasn't luck, it was absolute loyalty. We stood shoulder to shoulder in the freezing cold, writing the greatest underground story ever told. Drop the brick. Through the fire. Through the fire. Through the dark. I'm looking back at the concrete where the blood was spilled, where the dreams of the innocent were violently killed. I watch my back, but I never have to watch my side, cause my brother is standing there with undeniable pride. When the rival crews heavily surrounded the block, you didn't hesitate, panic, or reach for the Glock. You used the intellect, navigating through the maze, guiding us perfectly out of the dangerous haze. They try to sever the tie, offer the devilish deal, but they can never dismantle what is profoundly real. A brotherhood formulated in the absolute dark, leaving a permanent, historical, and heavy mark. I took a bullet for you, you took a sentence for me. The undisputed definition of what loyalty be. Through the fire, through the dark, brothers leaving a permanent mark. Through the fire, through the dark, brothers leaving a permanent mark. I step into the vocal booth, carrying the heavy weight, dictating our generational and absolute fate. You held the perimeter while I secured the bag, refusing to let the magnificent momentum lag. When the poverty pushed us completely to the brink, we didn't violently shatter or hopelessly sink. We pulled the resources, splitting the solitary dime, committing the heavily necessary survival crime. But now we heavily building a legitimate throne, ensuring our families never have to struggle alone. The fake friends vanished when the money got low, but you was the only authentic brother I heavily know. We walked through the valley of the shadow of death, protecting each other down to the ultimate breath. A two-man army marching heavily against the grain, washing the deeply embedded trauma inside the rain. We built an empire out of the absolute dust, a brotherhood founded upon the ultimate trust. I cover the flank, you lead in a magnificent way. We stepping directly into the brighter day. No fabricated rumors can never divide the team. We perfectly executing the historical dream. But loyalty is verified, tested, and undeniably pure. Your deeply magnificent legacy will always endure. Through the fire, through the dark, brothers leaving a permanent mark. Through the fire, through the dark, brothers leaving a permanent mark. Through the fire, 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 through the fire.
Blood makes you related, the trenches make you brothers. Keep your circle tight, peace.
We ain't begging nobody for a seat at the table. We building our own damn table out the trunk. Out the trunk. I'm selling the cassettes directly out of the vintage trunk, refusing to swallow the corporate manufactured junk that the major labels are trying to forcefully feed. I'm planting the revolutionary independent seed of an absolute uncompromising self-made empire, throwing the deceptive corporate contract into the fire. They offer me the advanced, the heavily sparkling chain, trying to hijack the deeply profound intellectual brain. But I know the mathematics, I read the microscopic print. You planning to take my publishing and leave me completely skint. I'd rather hustle manually out on the freezing street, making sure my financial autonomy is fully complete. I own my masters, I own my publishing and my rights. I don't toss and turn nervously in the middle of the nights. I'm the CEO, the boss, the manager, and the crew, executing exactly what an independent king gotta do. With the deal, keep it real. Driving the underground independent wheel. Rip the deal, keep it real. Driving the underground independent wheel. Rip the deal, keep it real. Driving the underground independent wheel. Rip the deal, keep it real. Driving the underground independent. You signed a 360, gave your entire life away to work like a slave for a minimum corporate pay. They tell you what to wear and dictate exactly what to say, while I am designing my own unadulterated way. The underground is built strictly on the fierce independence, refusing the corporate manipulative deceptive attendance. We booking our own dirty low capacity gritty shows, providing the unedited raw and authentic flows. The money comes directly and filtered to my heavy hand. I am the absolute ruler of this forgotten wasteland. We don't need $1 million artificial marketing machine when the natural talent is undeniably pristine. The word of mouth is incredibly, undeniably strong. We writing a deeply revolutionary, triumphant song. I'm building a monumental, unshakable, massive legacy, maintaining my absolute, undeniable supremacy. Why give them 90%? Why give them 90%? I'm counting the profits directly on the kitchen kitchen table, defeating the massive monopolistic major label. The grassroots movement is gradually taking full control. I'm searching through the dirt to uncover the hidden coal, finding the luck without giving a single solitary buck to the manipulated, blood-sucking corporate vampire. I stand upon my absolute, uncompromising desire. The underground is heavily and beautifully self-sustained. The victory is permanently, undeniably, heavily gained. I rip the plastic seal, driving the independent wheel, providing the culture exactly what it's supposed to feel. Look in the dark, leave a mark, igniting the absolute revolutionary spark. Move in the dark, leave a mark, igniting the absolute revolutionary spark. I operate in silence, completely off the grid. You don't even know half of the heavy things I did. I don't leave a footprint, I don't leave a trace. A phantom moving smoothly through the metropolitan space. You screaming on the internet, begging for the views. I'm quietly dictating what they put on the news. The ego is an enemy, vanity is a trap. I'm silently withdrawing the socio-economic map. I sit in the back of the room, observing the fake, calculating exactly how much I'm willing to take. The flashy individuals are the first ones to fall, while I'm just a shadow resting perfectly on the wall. I got the master plan locked safely in the vault. If you cross the boundary, it is your own damn fault. I move like a grandmaster playing on the board, quietly securing the magnificent reward. Move in the dark, leave a mark, igniting the absolute revolutionary spark. Move in the dark, leave a mark, igniting the absolute revolutionary spark. The feds trying to track me, trying to build a case, but they can never ever put the name to the face. I'm washing all the money, making the dirty clean. The quietest operator that the city ever seen. No diamonds on my neck, no custom shiny grill. I'm investing all the capital with exceptional skill. You want the reputation, you want the street fame, but notoriety is just a deeply dangerous game. I'm funding the lawyers, funding the local schools, refusing to abide by the oppressor's dirty rules. The revolution happens when the cameras turn away, when the silent architects are preparing for the day. I'm building an infrastructure, a formidable base, without leaving a single identifier in the space. The ultimate control is when nobody knows you're there, a ghost breathing heavily in the midnight air. You can't hit a target, you can't see. Keep your moves to yourself. Success makes enough noise. I'm a myth, a legend, a rumor in the wind, redeeming the soul from the places that I sinned. I orchestrate the moves from behind the heavy curtain, making sure the outcome is absolutely certain. No bragging, no boasting, just the execution, providing the perfect and the quiet resolution. I'm blending with the night, becoming one with the dark, a solitary wolf in the middle of the park. The empire is solid, the foundation is deep. I'm making sure my brothers have a place to safely sleep. The silent moves are the most devastating of all. I'm standing victorious while I'm watching them fall. Move in the dark, leave a mark. Move in the dark. Check, 1, 2. Turn the bass up a little bit. Yeah. You remember when we didn't have nothing but a dream? and empty pockets. We built a heavy castle entirely out of the dirt. Surviving the historically deep and the generational hurt. DJ, drop the break, let them know. Let them know. I'm looking back at the poverty-stricken days, navigating the deeply constructed historical maze. We used to split a solitary slice of bread with the unpayable bounties upon the head. We didn't have a functioning heat and sauce, enduring the unadulterated winter force. You gave me your insulated heavy winter coat while we were sinking deeply in the leaking boat. We ran from the sirens, hiding in the dark, leaving a permanent and an undeniable mark. The hunger was physical, profoundly severe, but we conquered the deeply psychological fear. You stood by my side when the world turned away, bringing a deeply needed and a beautiful ray of absolute loyalty into a broken life, navigating the unadulterated heavy strife. Split the brain, share the pain, walking through the heavy generational rain. No paper contracts, we signed it in the mud. The loyalty is thicker than the absolute blood. Yeah, real brothers. You took the fall so I could fly, I'll never forget that. Pass the mic, brother. Speak your truth, I remember the chaotic and the violent night when the embedded rivals initiated the fight. You stepped perfectly in front of the flying lad, refusing to leave me devastatingly dead. You took the heavy charge, accepted the blame, protected my authentic historical name. You sat in the dark penitentiary cell so I could profoundly escape from the hell that is an unpayable historical debt, a profound loyalty I will never forget. I'm taking care of your innocent kid, making sure he knows what his father did. Honorable, magnificent sacrifice, paying the ultimate and the heaviest price. The brotherhood is not a superficial word, it's a magnificent symphony continuously heard. We don't share the identical DNA, but we walk in the exact identical way. The blood of the covenant is incredibly thick, protecting each other from the governmental trick. I built a monumental, heavy estate, securing the deeply historical faith. There is a permanent Rome waiting for you, presenting a magnificent, beautiful view. Lift the brain, share the pain, walking through the heavy generational rain. No paper contracts, we sign it in the mud. The loyalty is thicker than the absolute blood. Yeah, real brothers. Yeah, real brothers. Yeah, real brothers. Yeah, to the foundation I owe you my life. Underground forever. We hold it down for the brothers locked up. Keep your head high. No doubt. Real recognize real. We out. They kept me in that room for 12 hours. Thought I was gonna break. I didn't give them a single syllable. They can lock the physical body in the heavy steel, but they can never unlock the loyalty that I feel. Bring the drums in. Bring the drums in. Bring the drums in. Bring the drums in. They put the handcuffs on, threw me in the back of the car, told me my final destination was incredibly far. They put the bright light heavily in my tired face, trying to force me to surrender and accept the disgrace. The detective was smiling, placing the deal on the wood, saying you sold me out, escaping the violent hood. But I know the psychology, the manipulative test, trying to plant a seed of doubt inside of my chest. I looked them dead in the eye, didn't utter a word, the loudest silence that the precinct had ever heard. I'd rather rot in a cell, isolated and blind, than leave my deeply loyal underground brother behind. We took and opened the alley, cutting the palm of their hand, a deeply spiritual bond they would never understand. You hold the fort on the outside, secure the estate, while I am stoically accepting this undeniable fate. Swallow the key, bite the tongue, keeping the song of the loyal unsung. Swallow the key, bite the tongue, keep keeping the song of the loyal unsung. I got the call in the midnight, heard they took you away. I immediately contacted the lawyers without a delay. They trying to build a narrative, trying to fabricate lies, but they can't penetrate the brotherhood's heavy disguise. I'm locking down the perimeter, securing the stash, hiding the documents complete, burying the cash. If they think they can use you to get directly to me, they underestimating the power of the family tree. I'm making sure your mother got the food on the plate while you navigating the treacherous governmental gate. We communicated heavily without making a sound, a deeply invisible network completely underground. They searching for the evidence, looking for the cracks, but we flawlessly covering each other's historical backs. No cooperation, no statements, absolutely no deals, operating strictly on the unadulterated real. The interrogation room is a mental attack. I got the lawyers on the outside watching your back. I didn't give them a syllable, didn't give them a name. We flawlessly navigating the historical game. The loyalty is a currency that they cannot buy. We look in the manipulative system straight in the eye. I swallow the heavy, keep burying the absolute truth, protecting the generational legacy of the youth. I swallow the key, bite the tongue, keeping the song of the loyal unsung. I swallow the key, bite the tongue, keeping the song of the loyal unsung. Bring the bombs in. The code is silence, real brothers. Keep the secret to the ground. No snitching, no folding, we out. Bring the drums, bring the drums up, bring the drums in. Go, 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 go. We don't care about the radio. Take it back to the basement. Turn the bass all the way up. Yeah. We don't care about. I step in the basement, the air is thick with the smoke. This ain't a commercial, this ain't an industry joke. The SB12 rendered is pounding the heavy kick. I'm spitting the venom that makes the mainstream sick. You rappers are fabricated, built in the corporate lab. I'm throwing the undeniable and punishing street jab. We don't need a music video, don't need a flashy set. We underground grinding, generating the blood and sweat. The cipher is sacred, a deeply historical ring where the realest soldiers are unofficially crowned the king. I look at the microphone like a lethal samurai sword, cutting the manipulative parasitic industry cord. I'm guarding the essence, protecting the gritty sound, keeping the culture buried securely deep underground. You rhyming for algorithms, dancing for the digital streams. I'm crushing your manufactured capitalistic dreams. Protect the core, lock the door, keeping the culture raw forevermore. Protect the core, lock the door, keeping the culture raw forevermore. Protect the core, lock the door, keeping the culture raw forevermore. They try to gentrify hip-hop, put it in a tailored suit, but I am the heavily embedded original concrete root. They take the rebellion and quickly turn it to pop. I'm putting the devastating and absolute hard stop to the culture vultures feeding upon the musical corpse. I'm throwing the destructive, unadulterated lyrical force. We press our own vinyl, hand out the analog tapes, escaping the corporate executives and the industry apes. The respect in the street is the ultimate golden prize. I can see the terrifying panic hiding inside your eyes when I step in the dimly lit, suffocating vocal booth, delivering nothing but the unapologetic truth. You got 1 million followers, but nobody knows your name in the deeply historical underground survival game. I'm a documented architect, earning the highest respect, commanding the room with a superior intellect. You can buy your way onto the chart, but you can't buy your way into the cipher. You gotta earn that, earn that, earn that. Breathe the dust from the crates, the vinyl is fully scratched. My lyrical capability is completely unmatched. I stand as a monument constructed of solid stone, sitting comfortably alone on the underground throne. The mainstream is drowning in the incredibly shallow end, while I am the revolutionary messages that I send. I'm keeping the boom and the traditional back alive, watching the realest, most authentic soldiers thrive. We don't ever compromise a vision for the heavy check. I'm keeping my boots firmly stepping on the industry's neck. The basement is locked from the inside, swallowing the key, the ultimate manifestation of a lyrical prodigy. We don't care. To the basement, turn the bass all the way up, Not everybody, not everybody. Yeah. Not everybody. This culture, this sacred. I firmly stand at the heavily guarded and iron gate, dictating the cultural and the historical fate. I watch the fabricated in the past and temporary trend, watching the fake and the superficial heavily pretend. You bought your way into the deeply sacred and holy space, committing the ultimate in the absolute disgrace. But money can't buy the authentic in the original soul, or replicate the deeply magnificent in the raw control. I constantly test the intricate and the lyrical skill, making sure the hidden and the inner intentions are real. You gotta profoundly respect the historical dialect and ferociously protect the original intellect. I securely hold the ancient and the heavily rusted key, protecting the ultimate and the magnificent legacy. No artificial and heavily funded tourists allowed, only the authentic and the fiercely proud. I guard the gate, hold the key, protecting the ultimate cultural legacy. Guard the gate, hold the key, protecting the ultimate cultural legacy. The culture is under a heavily constant and daily attack by corporate vultures trying to manipulate and to hack. They arrogantly steal the deeply authentic and raw style and cowardly run for a heavily massive and distant mile. But I firmly draw the deeply solid in the concrete line, protecting the holy and the magnificent grand design. I openly challenge the fundamentally and the deeply weak, demanding they consciously and incredibly carefully speak. We originally built this entirely and strictly from scratch, a beautiful, rugged, and undeniably heavy patch of urban resilience and the ultimate street survival, igniting the permanent and the monumental revival. I'm carefully passing the fiercely burning and heavy torch to the younger generation sitting upon the front porch, who deeply and profoundly honor the legendary past, ensuring the unadulterated culture would permanently last. It's a lifestyle you have to bleed for. I'm checking IDs at the door. Is a massive and an unmovable wall, ensuring the historical empire won't ever crumble or fall. I strictly separate the authentic and the incredibly fake, protecting the monumental and the cultural heavy state. The foundational roots are incredibly and exceptionally deep, a solemn promise I thoroughly and continuously keep. I permanently shut down the deeply ridiculous clown, retaining the magnificent in the underground crown. The sanctuary is heavily and undeniably secure, because the original gatekeeper is fundamentally pure. Know your history. Beekeeper. Slowly. This culture. being the absolute underground truth. Hype man, Rick the loop, Rick, beating the absolute underground truth. My fingers are dusty from digging deep in the crate, searching for historical, magical, musical fate. I'm looking for a forgotten, unappreciated soul to capture the rhythm and make my broken spirit whole. I find an old jazz record covered entirely in grime, a beautifully frozen, isolated moment in time. I wipe off the surface, place the needle upon the groove, and listen to how the legendary ancestors used to move. I sample the melancholy, deeply beautiful horn, and suddenly a brand new classic street anthem is born. The MPC pads are fading and heavily worn out from chopping the silence to amplify the vocal shout of the forgotten musicians who never received their due. I'm executing the mission, presenting a brand new view, bringing the past directly into the turbulent present day, dictating exactly how the underground culture will play. Dig the creek, flip the loop, beating the absolute underground truth. Dig the creek, flip the loop, feeding the absolute underground truth. The industry relies heavily on the digital synth, but I am exploring the musical endless labyrinth. I want the imperfection, I want the raw vinyl pop, I want the unpredictable, heavy and beautiful drop. It gives the instrumental a deeply humanized soul, a magnificent, undeniable, and absolute control. You can't program the historical, generational pain that washes over the rhythm just like the summer rain. I'm preserving the history, acting as a faithful guard, working exceptionally, passionately, incredibly hard to keep the foundation intact and beautifully pure. A heavily concentrated musical and magical cure. The true underground producer intuitively knows that beauty resides strictly inside the grittiest lows. The dirt and the grime is the ultimate holy grail, ensuring the underground aesthetic will always prevail. Beating the absolute underground truth. Beating the absolute underground truth. I loop the baseline tight, illuminating the night, executing the vision perfectly, exceptionally right. The rapper steps confidently into the recording booth, delivering the absolute unadulterated street truth. The synergy is perfect, a monumental project, earning the maximum undeniable absolute respect. We don't care about the massive superficial commercial sales, we successfully navigating the underground hidden trails. The vinyl is spinning flawlessly on the heavy steel wheel, providing the authentic, traditional, and raw feel. The crates are explored, the hidden treasures are fully restored, providing the ultimate, undeniable underground reward. Dig the crate,